welcome to my newest video. And today we're going to flip through George Orwell 1984 coloring book, and I bought this coloring book on Amazon, and I am really happy I found it, because currently 1984 is my favorite book. My favorite book for a long time was Notre Dame de Paris by Victor Hugo, but I read this and I totally fell in love, and I said myself that I really need this coloring book. Here we have cover, we have the iconic eye, and what we have on the cover: illustrations inspired by George Orwell 1984, a literary coloring book. This book belongs to me, of course, but I haven't started to do anything with it. Here we have some message from authors, I guess. We have Instagram account here. We have hashtag. And these illustrations are amazing. Here we have first page. Maybe it's Winston, I am not sure. Oh, and here we have very cool thing. We have here a coloring test page. It's a great idea. The most effective way to destroy people is to deny and obliterate their own understanding of their history. And we have a lot of quotes from the book, but I don't think I'm going to read you all, because it would be a very long video. I must say that since I was a child, I don't know, I am quite obsessed with eyes. I used to doodle them a lot in my notebooks in school, and still I like them in some symbolic way, I guess. Big Brother is watching you. Big Brother's eye. I don't know, in my eyes, these eyes are more feminine, but who knows who Big Brother really is, or if he really exists. Yes, we have here another Big Brother's eye. Yes, in the book, the eye is very symbolic. And we have here another eye. As you can see, there is a lot to read in this coloring book, but as I said, but maybe if you want a longer video with me reading everything, I can of course do this for you. The thought police would get him just the same. I must say that I wouldn't be surprised if one day something like this really existed. I mean, I don't want to be pessimistic, but I think we have a lot from this book in our times, unfortunately. And we have another false police page. And everything is sort of claustrophobic in these illustrations. Ministry of Love. Yeah, it was a sort of joke, I guess. A very sad joke. War is peace, freedom is slavery, ignorance is strength. I think it's like the most popular quote from this book. And it also gives some sci-fi vibes. Yes, I can read you that ironically called the Ministry of Love is the most feared of the 4 ministries that govern Oceania. Telescreen. And this gives me some synthwave vibes. You had to live. Did live from habit that became instinct, in the assumption that every sound you made was overheard. Another telescreen. I am not sure if these faces are like Winston, the main character, or Big Brother. I am not sure. A telescreen is a two-way electronic device that serves both as television and a surveillance camera. Yes, and that was true, because I guess everyone had one in their apartment. 2 minutes hate. Yeah, it was another both sad and such ridiculous thing. The horrible thing about 2 minutes hate was not the one was obligated to act a part, but that it was impossible to avoid joining it. Yes, and it was also very sad about it, that taking part in 2 minutes hate was like an impulse. Oh, and here we have the amazing of course it's a joke, amazing food from this book. Victory Gin. The smell of the gin, the pallor of his face, the coarseness of his skin. Yes, and we have gin and another weird thing here. There was some kind of food, but I'm not sure, but it wasn't good. Yes, room 101. You asked me once what was in the room 101. I told you that you knew the answer already. Everyone knows it. Room 101 is a torture chamber located in the Ministry of Love. Yes, that was very dark thing. And another eye. The party's slogan. Who controls the past controls the future. Who controls the present controls the past. Makes sense. Memory hole. I am not sure what was that. Every record has been destroyed or... Aha, yes, I remember. Every record has been destroyed or falsified. Every book written. Yes, it was what they were doing this, changing almost absolutely everything. A memory hole is a chat leading to, I'm not sure how to pronounce this, leading to a large incinerator used for destroying documents and other forms of information that the party considers inconvenient or contradictory to its narrative. And I think this is the place where Winston worked. Orwell's map of the world. I must say that the fragment, it was bigger part than fragment in the book, about politics. It was interesting, but it was very boring. On the other hand, we have like Africa, Europe, Asia, Australia. Here, Oceania was at war with East Asia. Oceania had always been at war with East Asia. Yes, and I remember that Wilson had to change this information. The world is divided into three superstates: Oceania, Eurasia, and East Asia. Okay, maybe I won't read to you about politics because I don't think you're interested. Yes, Newspeak. But this picture is quite cozy, I must say, for this book. Don't you see that whole aim of Newspeak is to narrow the range of thought? Newspeak is the artificial language created by the party to replace Old Speak or traditional English. Yes. And it was like shortened version of English. I mean, I read this book in Polish, so it was different, of course. The red sash. It was something in her face that immediately drove him wild. Oh yes, and it was like love interest of our Winston, but I must say I also loved Julia as a character. This is one of the thing I love the most in this book. Romance, but it's like very good because there is like a real problem in this relationship, more than one, I would say, that I love this part of the book. Julia wears a red sash that signifies her membership in the Junior Anti-Sex League. The league is an organization that promotes celibacy and suppresses sexual desire, aligning with the party's aim to control personal relationships and feelings. Yes, absolutely everything there was controlled. And I don't know, this illustrations is also quite cozy for me. Glass paperweight. I remember that it was important, but I don't remember what exactly was with it. What appeals to him about it was not so much its beauty as the air it seemed to possess of belonging to an age quite different from the present one. Yes, because it reminded him of like older times. The paperweight symbolized the fragile beauty of his relationship with Julia and their small pocket of rebellion against the party. Yes, I don't know, I guess I like dystopias. I like the rebellion part, I think. Emmanuel Goldstein, the enemy of the people. Emmanuel Goldstein is portrayed as the arch-enemy of the party and its leader. Big Brother, he says to be a former high-ranking member of the party who became a traitor. I am still not sure if like this man was real. This is the point of this book. You still not sure what is real and what isn't. But I think it's very interesting, the prose. If there was hope, it lay in the prose. Yes, because they were outside of the main society, and it was sort of good for them. The prose, short for proletarians, make up the vast majority of the population, but are considered inferior by the party. Yes. They were like district in Hunger Games, like districts. Chessboards. If there was hope, it lay in the prose again. And we have chessboard here. I don't quite remember what was with the chess. The chessboard appears in the novel final section when Winston Smith is at the Chestnut Tree Cafe observing the chess game. Yes, it was at the end. I remember now. The Brotherhood. We are the dead. The Brotherhood is an alleged underground organization led by Emanuel Goldstein, aimed at overthrowing the party. And we're still not sure if the Brotherhood was real. Oh yes, and rats. They're quite cute. The rat had never come back, but the bugs had multiplied hideously in the heat. And rats was the thing that Winston feared the most. Rats are Winston Smith's greatest fear and are used against him in the room 101 as the ultimate form of psychological torture. I don't know how this phobia is called, but Winston had it. I don't know. I like rats and mouses, and I don't have problem with them. St. Clement's Church. It looks nice too. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. St. Clement's Church is mentioned in a nursery rhyme that Winston Smith remembers from his childhood, which goes: oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. Yes, and it was like sort of riddle, I don't know, mystery of this book for some part. Forbidden Love. Yes, I said it was my favorite part because it was very interesting romance. Also, characters dynamic was very well written for me. Their embrace had been battle, the climax, a victory. Forbidden love is a central theme of the story. Yeah, I told you it's important. Embodied by the secret relationship between Winston and Julia. I told you it was amazing. Maybe with the first page I will color, I don't know yet. Inner party members. So like sort of, I don't know, capital in Hunger Games. I mean the true bosses. The aims of these three groups are entirely irreconcilable. Inner party members make up the elite ruling class in Oceania and have access to privileges and resources that are denied the outer party and the prawns. So they had things which other people couldn't. O'Brien's face. Yes, O'Brien was also a very important character. He knew now that for 7 years O'Brien had been watching over him. 7 years, it's quite a long time. Winston perceives a sense of intelligence and perhaps even rebellion in O'Brien, making him believe that O'Brien could be an ally or even a member of the rumored Brotherhood. Yes, but unfortunately, he wasn't. Oh, another sci-fi vibes. The young person, he did not exist, he had never existed. An in-person is someone who has been vaporized, erased from society, not just physically but historically. So someone just disappears and everyone had forget about this person because there was no information anywhere about them. War propaganda. It was almost normal for people over 30 to be frightened of their own children. War propaganda serves a mechanism for the party to control and manipulate the population. Yes, people were feared of their children because the children was taught to observe and control their parents for the government, so it was quite crazy. Rocket bomb, I don't remember this. The rocket bombs which fell daily on London. Okay. Rocket bombs are frequent and sudden explosions that occur in the city, serving a constant reminder of the ongoing war. And honestly, the war wasn't real too, sort of, but it was good for politics, so it existed. It also said Spice and Youth League. The Spice and the Youth League, by making rebellion literally impossible. The Spice and the Youth League are organizations that focus on the indoctrination of children, grooming them to become loyal to the party. Yes, it was about the children. And we have Orwellian clock. It was a bright cold day in April and the clock were striking 13. Some would say that 13 is a bad number, but some would say that it's lucky, so it depends. The phrase is often used metaphorically to describe the manipulation of time and reality in totalitarian regime. Yes. Doublethink. The power of holding to two contradictory beliefs in one's mind simultaneously and accepting both of them. Rather difficult, I guess. Doublethink is a concept that involves holding two contradictory beliefs simultaneously and accepting both as true. Yes. It was also a big part of manipulation, I would say. Airstrip 1, what was that? Airstrip 1 itself, the third most populous of the provinces of Oceania. I probably remember these things, but in Polish version they were different, of course. Airstrip 1 is the name given to what was once Britain in the war of 1984. It served as one of the key provinces of Oceania. The superstate controlled the party, so it was just Great Britain. I didn't remember that. It looks cool. I don't know, gives me some steampunk vibes or fantasy. Ministry of Plenty, starvation, overwork, dirt, illiteracy and disease. Ministry of Plenty, yes. The Ministry of Plenty is one of the 4 major ministries in the government of Oceania, responsible for economic affairs and resource distribution. Yes, great work for them. We have here, I don't think it was Winston's apartment. I mean, if you have seen the movie, it wasn't so clean and pretty. Victory mansions were old flats built in 1930 or thereabouts. Victory mansions, so maybe it was like his new apartment. Victory mansions, Winston's apartment, serve as the microcosm of the larger dystopian society. Still, I'm not sure if it could look like this. Portrait of a party member. It was not the man's brain that was speaking, it was his larynx. A party member is an individual who has been effectively stripped of personal autonomy and independent thought, confirming entirely to the party doctrine. Yes. And his eyes are like similar to the big eye at the beginning. It can be symbolic too. Technology in 1984, with development of television and the technical advance which made it possible to receive and transmit simultaneously on the same instrument, private life came to an end. Yes, this is very sad, but you know, like with phones, internet and other stuff, we have something similar now, because like everyone expects us to be always online. So, as I said, this book is quite of visionary. Technology is a tool for the party to maintain its totalitarian rule over the populace. Yes. And that would be all. Printed in Poland. 100% original art. Dystopian literature, horror and gothic art join the collective. That would be all. I hope you like it. When I cover something, I will show you in some video, of course. And tell me in the comments if you have read the book or have you seen the movie, for example. I am so in love with this story. It's sort of somewhat difficult because it's sad, but it's also very exciting, so I recommend you the book. I hope you like my video, the coloring book. And I hope I see you in my next video, and always remember to relax.